Yo, how's it going, YouTube? It's Miles here. Welcome back to another vlog here on the channel. Before I get into what I'm going to talk about in today's video, I just wanted to say that I genuinely apologize for not being the sort of content creator that I always say I'm gonna be and that I really want to be. What I mean by that is I've always wanted to be the kind of person who collects video games, reviews the video games that I collect on older consoles such as Xbox 360, PS3, PS2. My plan was always to make daily uploads on different retro games that I've purchased, do reviews on those games, take a look at the case, the manual, the disc, and then play the game and show you guys a Let's Play gameplay, right? But honestly, the last year, I would say, I've been so consumed by modern Call of Duty, and I've been thinking so much about COD now versus Call of Duty when I grew up, and it's really distracted me from my normal upload schedule because over the last 3 or so years, I've collected over 500 video games. I've spent a lot of money on video games, and the reason is not only because I have such a passion for collecting video games and that sort of media, to really embrace the history and take a look and indulge myself in the history of video games and just the feelings and the environments that it puts you in, but I also really wanted to show other people, that games are everywhere and there's a game for everyone, no matter who you are or what you like. So I just wanted to say that, and say that coming 2026, I'm going to be posting a lot more other games just besides Call of Duty. Ideally, I would like my channel to be daily retro video game uploads on top of Call of Duty videos, because I think those are the two sides of me that I have to YouTube. I like to do Call of Duty commentaries, but then I also like to do intense, in-depth Let's Plays where I'm really involving myself into the lore of the video game. There obviously are so many games that I don't have that I still want. And there are games that I'm still finding out about today. I went into the retro game store, which is right in front of me. I'm in my car because I have a bag full of games. And I was honestly planning on buying a lot more shit when I walked in there. But to be completely honest with you, last year, my freshman year of college, I would go to this game store every week and spend $150. So, and I'm saying that because it's not a good thing whatsoever. I don't think it's a good habit to be going into any place and spending that kind of money, especially on things like video games. I really just don't think that it's a smart thing to be doing. So I stopped that for a while, and I've been, buying one game every couple of weeks, one game in a month. I've just been looking all over eBay for the different games that I want to get whenever I figure out that a new game I don't have exists. But like I said, I went into the video game store today and I was looking at the 360 games. I honestly, I came into the store looking for a 2DS, because my 2DS is actually broken. I need to get another 2DS. I don't know where or how I'm going to do that. Hopefully this weekend I can try and grab one. But I currently can't play any of my DS games, which sucks, but what are you going to do? I had an opportunity to buy an original DS in there, but I don't want to do that because I have 3DS games as well, and you obviously cannot play 3DS games on a regular DS, so we were gonna pass on that. But there were plenty of 360 games I saw in there that I just didn't know about, and I know there are so many more that I still don't have. I don't even really know what my goal is in terms of collecting. I don't know if I want to be the kind of person who one day aspires to own every copy of a game, every different game for a certain console, every Xbox 360 game ever. I think when I go into a game store and I have the money to spend on games, I just look for games that speak to me, games that I think would be interesting to play and do a video on. So, yeah, and I haven't, whenever I go to these stores, I never end up doing a video on the games I pick up either, so there's literally hundreds of games that I've bought over the last year that I just haven't shown you guys, and I feel so guilty for that because buying video games is basically my guilty pleasure, right? And when I do it, I'm so in it and I'm so into it and I'm so happy, and I think about, yeah, I'll share this with, the people that I'm presenting to on YouTube, but I always forget to do that. So today is going to mark my first attempt at trying to revive this series of video game hauls, but I just wanted to make this little intro to let you guys know that a lot more shit is coming, and yeah, a lot more shit is coming. Like, so much more shit. You have no idea how much shit is coming. I'll start off by showing you guys this book I bought for $2. We got the Brady Games Call of Duty Advanced Warfare booklet. This is basically a signature guide to Advanced Warfare that came out when the game obviously released back in 2014. And I bought this because I have the Call of Duty Ghosts version of this book. And this was my like second mainstream COD. Back when I was a kid, I played Ghosts first. And then it was, well, I'm talking about like my first Xbox. Like when I got the Xbox One, it was Ghosts and then it was Advanced Warfare. Obviously, those were the first two CODs to come out for that console, but those were really the first two COD games that I owned and played by myself, because I started playing Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 at the same time, but it happened that way because I started out playing Advanced Warfare and Ghosts, and then I wanted to see the other games. So this is definitely something I'll be reading because I spent a lot of time looking into this Advanced Warfare style lore, and this is 100% a game that I vibe with. So there's that. Now I'm just gonna go through the games that I got, and yeah, that's pretty much just it. That's the whole premise of this video. I just kind of wanted to come on camera and say what's up, let you guys know that I have a lot more ideas in mind that are coming to my head constantly. I think from now on, whenever I buy new games, I'll review them on my channel. Just because, like, when I go home and I look at my game stack, I'm like, damn, no one knows I have this many video games and I have no one to share this with. So I feel like I should maybe start posting more videos about the games that I've collected. But yeah, let's go and get started. Here are the games that I bought today. A good amount, but they were all very, very cheap. So we'll start off with this PS2 Catwoman game. I've literally never seen this in my life, but obviously I'm a 20-year-old man. Of course, I'm going to want to get a game like this. Here's the back. Apparently, you play as Catwoman. It says Halle Harry. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming it was a popular woman back then. But yeah, it's basically a Warner Bros. EA Games like take on Catwoman. I'm assuming it's something like a Batman game. It's because it's Catwoman, so it's got the same vibe. Here's the disc. Comes with manual as well. I will show you all that. Just look inside the manual first to see if there's anything like interesting. So a lot of these PS2 manuals are just very, very basic with the controls and shit. Yeah, there's really nothing in the manual that you would be like impressed about. But I don't know, I saw this game and I was like, I've never even heard of this, and it's honestly like a game that I feel like would be needed for a PS2 collection. You know what I mean? So, Catwoman. This game I already have. I just bought it because it was $3 and I don't have the physical version of it. Black Ops 3. I had the physical version of this when I was a kid, but I sold it to GameStop way back, like, I don't even know. A year or two ago, I bought it on digital for Xbox, but like I said, since I've been recollecting, I want to have them all physically, so I just picked this up. I haven't bought it recently because over the last year or two, people are still selling these for like $10, $15, and I'm not paying that much money for a game that I'm not going to play. So will I spend $3 on a game that I won't play? Absolutely, if it's Black Ops 3. I'm going to go ahead and open this just because I want to see if the Nuketown DLC code is inside. I don't care if it's not. It's just this gaming store puts tape on all of their games. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's so people can't steal the manuals and like mix match discs and manuals, stuff like that. But yeah, they literally put pieces of tape on the covers here, which is honestly quite annoying if you're asking me. But I'm not the kind of person who's going to sit there and complain about something like this, because there's actual stuff to complain about, and this ain't that. This ain't that. Let me know how your guys' week is going so far, and let me know if there's any specific games you would like to see me do a Let's Play on, because like I said, I have a fuck ton of video games that I would love to play and share with you guys. Okay, we do get the Nuketown DLC. That's awesome. Actually, no, we don't. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, there's a Nuketown code. I mean, it's obviously not redeemable anymore, but this is just what I wanted here, the disc that says BO3, because I'm just that guy. Next, we got Dead Rising 2. I actually have this game. I have Dead Rising 2 off the record. I looked it up, and these are two completely different video games, so I went and bought the original Dead Rising 2. I think this one continues the story with the character from Dead Rising 1, but apparently Dead Rising 2 off the record is like a bonus version of this game, so I went and bought this one because I don't have it. It was $5. And yeah, Dead Rising, I've never actually played it, but I've seen so many YouTube videos over the years, and I used to watch it growing up. It's definitely a game that I'm going to play on channel. But I wanted to get the normal Dead Rising 2 because I want to play the actual canon storyline. I will say, I went in there and I saw all the Tom Clancy games. I didn't realize, number one, how many Tom Clancy games there were, and number two, like, how much respect and aura those games have in the gaming community. So I'll definitely be taking more of a look at the Tom Clancy video games because I did not know that those were a thing whatsoever. Besides, obviously, Rainbow Six Siege and Rainbow Six Vegas and Ghost Recon. Like, I knew that Splinter Cell was a thing. I just didn't know there were, like, this many, versions of it. Same thing with Dead Space. I looked into Dead Space, and it does look like a cool series, but personally, I just don't think I would like it. I think if I'm gonna play a game that has to do with space and horror, I'd want it to have to do something with like NASA or just like American astronauts, and then they land on the moon and there's like a creature on the moon that eats them or some shit. Dead Space seems like too futuristic for me, and the tech and sort of like character styles and everything just doesn't really match my vibe. So I don't know if I will be purchasing Dead Space. Yeah. I had to get Halo Wars because I don't have Halo Wars, and I looked at Halo Wars online, and it looks very fun. I looked it up, and you can still play the single-player Halo Wars mode on the Xbox 360, so I did myself a favor and bought Halo Wars. I think now I have every copy of Halo. Like, every Halo game ever. Because I have Combat Evolved, I have 2, I have 3, I have ODST, I have Reach, I have Combat Anniversary for 360, have 4, I have Halo 5, I have Halo Infinite, and I have the Master Chief Collection. I'm almost positive that's every Halo game. I also have Halo Legends, which is the DVD box set. Well, it's not a box set, it's just a DVD. But when I went to the store, I actually saw this, it's called Halo Red vs. Blue. It's apparently like a YouTube, it was like a YouTube short video series from back in the day, or maybe like recently, that got picked up by Blu-ray and turned into a whole series. It's called Red vs. Blue. They had the Blu-ray case in there, but it was like $60, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know anything about that shit. So, yeah. Anyways, Halo Wars, like I said, I was scratching off like some shit on the front here. I think there's a Halo Wars 2, but I doubt I will be purchasing Halo Wars 2. The main reason why I'm buying so many games for the 360, PS2, PS3, like all 7th gen consoles, I mean, PS2 is not 7th gen, it's 6th gen. But the reason why I'm doing it is because, you know, all these Xbox One games, ever since the Xbox One and PS4 came out, you have to download all these games. And I know that you can stream them, but obviously when you stream them, it's over a service, and it's not necessarily like, how do I say this, legit. You know what I mean? You're not actually playing the physical game. So I thought that physical games I just think that physically playing a game is always going to top the feeling of streaming it. So that's why I'm going and buying these physical games for the 360, because that hardware is still HD and it's still, you know, very playable and very fun. But at the same time, it's also, you know, you don't have to download the fucking games. You just put a game in the fucking console and it plays. So, very happy to get Halo Wars. Sorry to be on this one for so long, but yeah. Halo. Next up, we got Metro Last Light, limited edition. Never heard of this game, and I've seen it every time I go into the store, so I decided to buy it. It's based off of a novel, and it takes place in New York City, I believe, which is why I bought it. No? Am I just dumb? 2034. No, sorry, it has nothing to do with New York City. That's a different game that I bought, but yeah, this game is just like you're like a dude and city around you is dying, like post-apocalyptic shit. I love games like that. So Metro Last Light. This one comes with a free DLC, Ranger mode, weapon, and more. Don't know what that means. Only one way to find out, probably play the game. We also got Aliens, Colonial Marines. This is based off the Aliens movie or the trilogy. I've always wanted to get this game. Only $9, surprisingly. So I went and copped it. It's supposed to take place after the third movie. So I've never even seen Aliens, which is probably sad. Yeah, it's actually pretty fucking sad. But yeah, I'm going to indulge in some Aliens. We'll see how that goes. We got Alone in the Dark. This was actually the game that takes place in New York City. I've never heard of it. It's called the Soundtrack Edition, this one. And this one takes place in Central Park. So you can read the back of this one. I've literally never heard of this game in my life, but when I saw it, I was like, Central Park? Apocalypse? Yeah. I live in New York, so that's like very close to home. And anytime I hear some post-apocalyptic shit and it has to do with New York, I go crazy. So there's apparently that's actually pretty sick. So I didn't realize that. There's literally a soundtrack disc in here. And so this is a literal CD, and that's the game. That's pretty sick. They gave us a free CD. Well, obviously not free. That comes with the pack, but yeah, this game is basically you have to survive Central Park in an apocalypse or some shit, which just sounds very intriguing to me. I bought Army of Two. I don't think I have Army of Two, so yeah. It's just like I never played it. Apparently, get an AI teammate. It's just like, you know, combat missions. Sounds sick. So that's something. I also know like a lot of people talk highly about Army of Two as well. So I also got Army of Two Devil's Cartel Overkill Edition. I guess this is like a sequel. You get to like take down cartels and stuff like that. That just kind of sounded fun to me. Like mercenaries taking down cartels, pretty sick. So yeah, there's that. This game I have literally never heard of fucking ever. It looks like a Call of Duty type game, but it literally has nothing to do with COD whatsoever. So yeah, let me just take the tape off the case real quick. And is there more on this side? Yes, there is. So in terms of like random, well, this game isn't obviously random, but in terms of just like first person shooting games that have to do with like, you know, World War II and zombies, you really only think about COD. But this game, Shell Shock 2, Blood Trails, is apparently about the same thing. It's like you play in Vietnam, World War II, obviously Vietnam, World War II are different things. But you're in Vietnam, and you're basically surrounded by zombies or some shit. I looked it up, and this game has horrible reviews. But people say that it's a fun game. So, because people say it was a fun game, I'm going to give it a shot. Don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah. I'm going to give it a shot. So let me know. Let me know if you guys know about this game. What do you think about it? In the comments below. Next we got Rogue Ops, another PS2 game with a sexy woman on the front. This one was $5, and I'll show you the back here. I don't really understand it, but it looks like you just play as like a James Bond style character, but she's a chick. So yeah, I guess we'll end up doing more research on this one. It says, when the world's most brutal terrorist organization kills this lady's husband, so she has a husband, he dies, she goes rogue. Pretty tough if you're asking me. Another game I bought just for the collection, Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition. I bought this exact copy of Infinite Warfare. Well, obviously not this exact one, but this copy on release day in 2016 on the way to vacation during winter break or whenever the fuck this game came out. I hated it. I remember getting it in the car, looking at the fucking remake of Terminal and just being like, what is this? Like, what am I holding in my hands? I think this game lost Call of Duty's identity so hard, and this was like the first time I want to say I ever witnessed a Call of Duty game that just did not have that same gory, like, war-style atmosphere vibe to it. Infinite Warfare was literally like the biggest turnoff for me of all time. It felt like Halo, bro, and at the time I did not want it to feel like Halo. I did enjoy Modern Warfare Remastered. This is the only remaster of Modern Warfare that I validate. Like, Modern Warfare 2019 is not Modern Warfare. That is literally like TikTok bullshit. But yeah, I literally remember Terminal bonus map, plus like the extra calling cards and shit, and then the disc as well. I actually have a copy of Infinite Warfare for the PS4, but I would like to get it. Well, I wanted to get it for Xbox One because this was the console I had it on originally. Yeah. So there's that. Down to the last 3 games here. We got Splinter Cell Conviction. I was looking at the Tom Clancy games, and the internet said this is the best one for 360 because people like it the most. So I'll be taking a look at this one soon. I really want to get into Tom Clancy because I know that it was like one of the best video game series of all time. Still is. I also got the original Splinter Cell. People were telling me to get that on the internet, on Reddit and shit, so I got that as well. I'm pretty excited to play this, man. I've literally never experienced anything like Splinter Cell or OG Tom Clancy's for the original Xbox, so I'm hoping that I really enjoy this. And then our final game for today's video is going to be Crysis 2 Limited Edition, which I believe this one takes place in New York City. Yeah, this one takes place in New York City. I don't know. I don't really understand this game. It looks like it's probably going to be a lot worse than the cover states, but it takes place in New York City. And I don't know, there's like, it looks like that Terminator game that you can play at the arcade that has like the actual gun that you can pick up. It kind of gave me that sort of vibe, so I wanted to cop that. But yeah, I quickly wanted to just show you guys the new games I picked up. Tonight I'll be doing 2 different uploads on 2 different games on the PS2 Let's Plays. Hopefully you guys enjoy those. I'll also be posting a Black Ops 7 video tonight as well. Got some homework I got to do on top of that. So, yeah, I wanted to come on here and just, like, show you guys the game, like I said, but also just let you guys know that there is a lot more to me as a person and as a content creator than what I've been showing. I've been struggling a lot over the last year with mental health. I think last year was, like, my breaking point, and that's kind of why I started making YouTube videos, because it was, like, a way out of my depression. So I really appreciate everybody that comes on my channel and watches these videos, because it means a lot to me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know which game was your favorite and which game you want to see on the channel if you haven't seen it already.